If you're going to watch any video about winter in Canada, make it this one. Winters in Canada can be brutal, especially if you are a new resident in Canada and you live up north. I know you must be thinking, cold? I can deal with it. No, you can't, sweetheart. It is actually colder than you think, especially if you're from a temperate region. But don't take my word for it. If you're in Canada between December and March, you will definitely understand what I'm talking about. In this video, I want to show you what to wear in the winter in Canada to stay warm and still look good. Looking good is great, and I know you want to slay, but also you need to stay warm because only people who stay warm can look good, right? In this video, I'm going to show you what to wear in the winter, how much they may cost, and how to find good deals for these clothes. The thing about Canada, it's not just that it's cold, but the winter is windy and there's the danger of falling ill or catching the flu if you are not properly dressed, especially for children who probably might not be able to estimate how cold they are getting. And kids actually feel colder faster than adults. The first piece of clothing that I would recommend is something to cover your hands and your feet. And the reason is because the hands and the feet are the first places to get cold. And usually that cold usually seeps into your body without realizing. So let's talk about the hands. Now for your hands, you're going to need gloves or mittens. Now there are all sorts of gloves, but I would recommend the ones that are actually wool because those ones are going to keep your hands warm. Now there are all sorts of fancy gloves. Like this one is very fancy, but this might not keep your hands as warm as this other one. These ones. Or even these ones. Now, these ones are leather. They are really comfy. And because they're leather, they can keep your hands really, really warm. The only thing about these gloves and mittens is that when you're wearing them, you might not be able to do anything like press your phone or do anything useful, like even lock your door. Usually when you get to your door, you have to take off the gloves to maybe press your phone or open your door. For your feet, you're going to need boots. Boots should keep your feet warm and dry, and there are all sorts of designs. These ones are really trendy and dressy, and you can wear them with just about anything. The inside are really insulated to keep your feet warm. It's important for your boots to have a firm grip so you don't fall and hurt yourselves. These ones are really comfy as well because the inside are very padded. This is another kind of boots that are lightweight and they can be worn when the snow is light. To keep your feet dry, you need very good winter socks. They come in all sorts of lengths and thickness, but make sure that you are comfortable with your boots and not too tight. Now that you have your hands and your feet covered, the next thing you need to be thinking about is covering your head. The head is also one place where cold can get into your body fast, so you need to be sure you cover your head. The hat is also called a toque or a beanie, and I recommend the ones made from wool, as these ones will keep your head really warm. You can also look very trendy with the hat. It is important to cover your ears, as you will be surprised at how cold your ears can get in the winter. Hats come in many different styles, and even with a style like this, you can still look great. And you can find them in just about any store. They come in different qualities as well, and prices start from as low as $4.99. Now that we have our head, our hands, and our feet all taken care of, we need to think of our body. Now, usually, before you wear your clothes, it is always good to layer up. Now, layering up is like wearing multiple clothes or multiple layers of clothes just to keep yourself warm. Now, usually you would wear your sweaters, but before you wear your sweaters, it's always good to wear a thermal wear, something like this. Now, the thermal wears are usually insulated, so if you look inside, you would see that it's warm kind of clothing, yeah? A lot of times people even wear this on its own before it gets really cold. So they are just wearing the thermal wear and they're not wearing a sweater. But usually after wearing the thermal wear, if it's very cold, maybe it's like -30 or above, you can wear the thermal wear and then wear your sweater on top of that. Now, there are all types of sweaters, like there are really trendy sweaters and, you know, not so trendy, but it's always good to wear the woolen sweaters, the ones that will really keep you warm, like these ones. What I'm wearing is also a sweater, like you can see, but it's not as thick. But if I was to wear an insulated wear inside, this would be great, because I would be completely layered up, and that would be great. So now let's look at scarves. Now the scarves are usually to cover the neck, because sometimes cold can also get to your neck and then it starts moving into the rest of your body that way. Scarves, there are all sorts of scarves. There are long scarves, short scarves, woolen scarves, some that are not really made of woolen material, but of course, as always, I would recommend woolen scarves.
You would usually use scarves to cover your neck from the cold, but they are also a trendy piece of clothing to make you look good in the winter. They come in all sorts of size, length, and thickness, and depending on the cold, you can wear non-woolen scarves. Prices start from about $7.50 for good scarves.
So far, we've covered most of our bodies. It's remaining just the legs, yeah? Usually, the legs don't get so cold. I've seen a lot of people who are able to go out in the cold with bare legs, or with legs that are not very insulated. But if you're a newcomer in Canada, I wouldn't advise that. You can wear thermal tights under your jeans or your trousers. This is what they look like. They are actually thick, depending on the type that you get, yeah, and they can keep you really warm. There are times when I've even worn them on their own without wearing anything on top, because they get really warm, yeah, and wearing something on top would mean that it will be very warm. But of course, there are those that are not so like insulated like this one, yeah. You can wear those ones under your jeans, and this is what they look like.
They are lightweight and very comfortable, and you can easily wear them under your clothes. They can stretch as well.
You can also wear snow pants. So a lot of times these are usually for children, but as adults you can also wear snow pants, yeah?
Not a lot of people wear snow pants, but I find they can be very useful, especially when it is snowing really hard. They are lightweight and can keep you really warm. So this is me wearing my snow pants. You can see that they are very comfortable. You can't even tell. I can easily lift my legs, walk around, and they keep me really warm, especially when I need to go for a walk in the snow and all of that. They even have pockets where you can keep your stuff. They are really great. I recommend them. They are not so cheap. They cost about $47 or so and above, but it's a good investment. Can you see how great I look with the scarf and the snow pants? Who says you can't look great in winter? You actually can look amazing.
Now let's talk about the winter coat, which is like one winter clothing or piece of clothing that everybody should have. So even if you don't want to get snow pants, or you don't want to get the insulated pants or whatever, you need to have a winter jacket. And there are different types of winter jacket. There's the short one, there's trendy ones, there's the long ones. Now look at this one.
Usually the thicker the winter coat is, the better and the warmer it will be, because the inside is really insulated. This one is the short one, but it also has the hood, which is also insulated and you can easily put on your head. I recommend you get winter coats that have hoods that you can use to cover your head easily. So I'm wearing the short winter coat with my snow pants, and I think it looks really great.
However, I would recommend that you go for longer winter coats, something like this, that gets up to your knee and also covers your head very well.
So this one is quite thick and long, and the warmer and longer your coat is, the better, because you cannot be too warm. It's also good to have that hood so that you can cover your neck and your ears from the wind, because it can get really windy. And then of course you can wear your hat as well as the hood, and you can look trendy as well. There's a pocket and you can look good. And if you don't want to wear the hood, you can leave it down and just have your hat on top, but make sure that your ears are covered, right? Yeah, you can look trendy even with this long coat.
So did you enjoy wearing all those winter clothes with me? Wasn't that trendy? I mean, even though I was trying to keep warm, I think that I still looked trendy in all of those winter gear. So you can still slay and look trendy with your winter wear. And when you get somewhere, usually you will take off your winter coat so people will be able to see your nice sweater or your nice top. So don't worry about covering yourself up. Your one concern at this time is to stay warm. And like I said, all of these clothing that I've shown you also have small sizes that you can buy for your children. So now that we know the clothes to wear and how much they cost, let's talk about how you can save cost in getting your winter gear. Now, the reason why I'm talking about cost is that I don't want you to be stingy when it comes to buying winter gear. Try and buy the best, whether it's the boots or your winter coat. try and get the best ones so that you know that you're staying warm. You're not putting yourself at the risk of falling ill or getting the flu. You want to buy the best. Now, one way that you can save money is by buying from thrift store. Yes, buying second-hand stores like Goodwill or Value Village. I know that a lot of us might be like, I don't want to buy second-hand though. Yes, I get it. Now, if you want to buy some of these things new, it costs a lot. And if you can afford it, go for it. But if you're looking to save a little bit here and there, if you go to any of these Value Village or thrift stores, you would see very good, nice winter gear. It is always best to buy it before winter comes. That's where you get to see more variety, and it's usually cheaper than when winter has come. Another way to save money when you're buying your winter gear is to get deals. So you wait for days like what? Black Friday or Boxing Day sales, or whenever there are sales, yeah? Look out for sales, deals, coupons, and all of that. That can help you save on your winter gear. There's also this website that sells very good winter wear, and they usually have deals and coupons. It's called lasthunt.com, and I'm going to leave the link in the description below. You check them out. You might see something that is nice and that you can afford. Even though winters in Canada are usually cold and dry and windy, it is still a season that is in Canada that you can't avoid. So what I would recommend is that you stay warm, you enjoy the winter, and have fun. After all, it will soon go, but make sure you're having fun during the winter. And the way to do this is by staying warm in the first place. And talking about staying active and having fun, you might want to check out this video where you would see some fun things that I got to do with my son over the last summer. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. If you got any value, like this video, share it. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you get notification when we post new videos. Thank you very much. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.